Hey! If this is the first time you're watching my YouTube channel, I'm just going to let you know my name is Winnie Arhin, and my YouTube channel is all about my different experiences in the acting industry. Basically, yeah, about my career so far. The next vlogs that you'll be hearing about from me will centre around my time at Bruford Drama School. So I was on the Bruford Foundation acting course for the last 6 months, and I'm basically going to tell you in these vlogs what my experience was like. And I am going to be honest, blunt, frank. Basically, you can trust me to be honest about my experiences in Bruford, which, to summarise, was absolutely incredible. So I'm going to start off with what the course is about. So it's a 6-month acting foundation course. The course does give you a basis, or I say a taster, of what drama school is going to be like. But if you think that drama school, or figure out that drama school is not for you, which is what I actually figured out during the course, then the course also supplies you with other options and other pathways. Can I just say that the course was absolutely incredible. The way that they set it out, the way that they structure it, the teachers, the support, the other students were absolutely phenomenal, and it was the best time of my life. Like, hand on heart, the last 6 months have been one of the craziest, funnest, just bonkiest, craziest times ever. So I'm just going to give you a simple layout of the course. So it's 6 months. The first term, which, don't quote me on this, I think is around 6 weeks. But the first term, you are doing different classes. Now, when I say different classes, they're acting classes. You learn about different types of acting techniques. Now, that's Meisner, that's Uta Hagen, Stanislavski, Alexander technique. Like, they cover a lot. So yeah, you do loads of different acting classes. You do movement classes. You do different workshops with different theatre companies. We had Soundbox Collective in. We also had a clowning workshop with this guy called Rory, who used to actually study at Bruford. We had a lot of things. The second term is the project. Now this, they call it a scene study. We studied the play Consensual by Evan Placey, and let me tell you, that play, we didn't do the whole play, we did an edited version of it. My director was Alex Hardy, and let me tell you now that it was one of the best experiences of my life. I got cast as Georgia in Consensual, and it was one of the best parts I have ever had a chance to perform. They actually split our huge class into two. So one half of the foundation course did one play, which was, I did Consensual by Evan Placey, and the other did That Face. I don't remember who it's by, my bad, but let me just tell you that the project was one of the best parts of the course, in my opinion. I felt that I really did connect with the part I was given, and I was, don't get me wrong, there was some difficult times where I was like, oh my gosh, like, what am I doing here? I learned how to properly give units and objectives in scenes. I learned how to really listen to what is being said to me in a scene and by the person that I'm supposed to be talking to. Because I think when you have been auditioning for drama school for so long and that's been your main focus, you are so used to practicing these huge speeches and monologues to these, I'm not going to say invisible, that's the wrong word, but obviously when you're doing a speech or monologue, it is to a person, but normally that person isn't there. Normally it's 3 judges at a table. When I say judges, I mean the panel, just letting you know. As I said before, when you're auditioning for drama schools, you get very used to doing these huge speeches, and during the scene study, oh, sorry, that was my sister, she's autistic. Ignore her screams, she is perfectly fine and she is not dying or anything like that. The module project leads up to Christmas, and then obviously we have Christmas holidays. After the Christmas holidays, we go back into the class schedules. So basically we did different acting classes again, different movement classes, etc, etc. Absolutely loved being exposed to different acting techniques, and also being exposed to different types of theatre companies, different ways of acting, because I just believe it's really good to be exposed to different things and figure out what works for you. So yeah, that was amazing. And can I just say, during this whole time, this 6 months, we also had mock auditions, which I thought was incredibly helpful. For me, it was one of the key and most important things to learn about yourself. I mean, through the mock auditions, which you actually get feedback and you actually find out, you know, what the panel thought of your performance, I found that really helpful. Like having one-on-one, actually no, it wasn't one-on-one, I lie. It was, you get like one-on-one feedback sheets, but you get to ask questions that you normally don't get to ask in auditions. Like for example, before Rose Bruford, I turned up to every single audition in all black. And I thought that looked more professional. But what I found out through Rose Bruford actually is that they do like to see a little bit of colour. They like to see how your clothes reflect you. I mean, don't come in a onesie or something ridiculous like that, but they do want to see you, not the perfect actor or what you think is a perfect actor, if you get what I'm saying. And then the last part of the foundation course is actually the classical project. We did A Midsummer Night's Dream. Once again, our huge class was split into two halves and we both did A Midsummer Night's Dream. The same script, edited script I may say, but we both took on two different, let me say, interpretations of it. Let me reiterate, this foundation course was absolutely amazing. It did not talk me out of drama school. It didn't make me go, oh my gosh, drama school is awful, I don't want to do this. It just made me realise that the foundation course and other types of training courses that I hope to do in the future, this isn't going to be the last time I'm going to be training, by the way. I'm always going to continue classes. I'm always going to continue putting more strings on your bow or whatever the hell that saying is. I'm always going to continue those types of classes, but the 3-year BA or MA acting courses, I decided that wasn't for me and that I actually wanted to just get straight into the industry and focus on building up material for my show reel, hopefully finding an agent, getting headshots done, working on my CV, building credits on my CV. I just basically realised that even though the foundation acting course was exactly what I needed, it was invaluable, and it's something that there's no regrets in doing it whatsoever. It just made me realise that drama school, the 3-year full course, is not actually the right avenue for me. And I just want to explain a little bit about funding. Now, Rose Bruford are incredible and they offer bursaries. Now, they can't offer 28, 29, 30 bursaries. That's just unrealistic, to be fair. They offer 1 or 2 bursaries a year. Unfortunately, because the foundation course is not like a 3-year BA course or anything like that, you can't get government funding from it. So it is individually funded. If you don't have parents that can afford it, if you don't have good personal savings, then yeah, working your booty off and trying to save, which is what I try to do, is a possibility. I saved a little bit, unfortunately not enough to cover the rest of the fees. Luckily I did get a bursary, so it helps me with that. But initially I got a partial bursary and I tried to save for the rest of that amount, and I found it very difficult and I was unable to do it. When I auditioned again last year, I obviously got basically the full bursary. I had to contribute a little bit of that. So I used the money that I crowdfunded and my personal savings to pay for the rest of the fees, if that makes any sense. So yeah, basically Rose Bruford covered probably about 90% of my fees and I paid 10% of it. I actually did try and look into other ways of funding. Along with bursaries, I looked into the career development loan, and I just found that the career development loan interest rates were way too high. They said something, I can't remember the exact words they said to me, don't quote me on this, but they basically said that after the course, I'm going to have to pay the career development loan straight away. And I just don't have that type of coin. And I knew that when the course finishes, yeah, I would love to get a job straight away in TV, straight away in theatre. Yeah, I would love to be the next, Viola Davis or Sorana Jones. But I knew I just wouldn't have that type of coin and I didn't want to put that type of pressure on myself. So I was like, the career development loan isn't for me. And also, they said that I wasn't eligible. Well, this course was not eligible for the career development loan. Do not bankrupt yourself to finance different types of acting programs, courses, or any course whatsoever. I just believe that there are always other avenues. We're too young to be literally in debt with the banks. I'm not talking about student loan debts. I'm talking about actual debt from like Barclays or NatWest. We are too young for that. You know what I mean? Like No, that's just not how it should be. And let me tell you now, hand on heart, that my financial situation is not, I don't have coins flying everywhere, unfortunately. I wish I did. So let me tell you now that if you do not have money for foundation courses or other types of acting courses, please, please, please do not borrow crazy amounts from the bank, which you know deep down you can't pay back. I don't want anybody to be in that position. I kept saying at our young age, but at any age, it's not fun to be in debt. The the funding options for this course, maybe people can think of others, but for me, there were bursaries, there were crowdfunding pages like GoFundMe, and you could obviously try and see if your parents have any extra coin to throw at the situation. And by the way, FYI, the foundation course does not mean that you are definitely going to get into drama school. I feel that it gives you such a good insight into what drama school is going to be like, but it also gives you a good step. Like, I have connections now that I wouldn't have had without Rose Bruford. There's no way I would have had the connections that I made during Rose Bruford by myself. And that's just the truth. And also, the types of feedback that you receive through mock auditions, through having tutorials with different types of tutors, you find out things that you need to work on. And let me just say that nobody is an end product, you know what I mean? Just because you do a foundation course or 3-year BA acting course or MA or whatever, it doesn't mean that, boom, I'm the perfect actor. I'm going to go into the world and be the next Julia Roberts or Viola Davis or, or Savannah Jones. What it means is that you get invaluable training that will hopefully help you be the best that you can be. But I feel like with something like acting, you always will need different types of training, different types of classes to refresh yourselves and refresh your skills, So yeah, that is the end of the first vlog I'm going to do about my time at Rose Bruford. Let me say that if you have further questions you want to ask me or anything like that, you can send me a personal email to winreviewsmail@gmail.com. That is actually if you go into my about section, that says it there. Or you can just private message me on YouTube, or you could just drop a little comment at the bottom here just asking me about whatever, to be honest. I am so grateful for all the positive energy and all the lovely comments that I have received. Thank you so much, and just please keep it going. That is all I've got to say for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and bye.